Hello and welcome to the National Sports Magazine. In this latest edition, we have for you cricket, wrestling, chess, world badminton, Subrata and Durand Cup football, para badminton in Thailand, tennis, Asian under-17 volleyball, and a roundup of other sports events. First, cricket. We now have a report on the Asia Cup which is being held in Dubai and Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. With the World Cup T20 due in Australia in October-November this year, the Asian teams have had a great opportunity to experiment and work out various options in the run-up to the World Cup. 3 teams have already booked their Super 4 berths, and the final one will be decided after the match between Pakistan and Hong Kong. Talking of India first, they won both their league matches. The first one was a superb morale-boosting win over Pakistan, where Hardik Pandya was in full flow with the bat and the ball. In addition, Bhuvanesh Kumar did superbly, taking 4 wickets. And of course, Ravindra Jadeja has always come good in most aspects of the game. So skipper Rohit Sharma went back from the match satisfied. That was despite the fact that he himself and KL Rahul did not get too many runs. Here is Ravindra Jadeja on the win against Pakistan and India's performance in the Asia Cup.
इंडिया-पाकिस्तान का मैच हमेशा ही इतना हाई प्रेशर गेम होता ही है. सब लोग का एक्सपेक्टेशन हाई रहता है. सबने कंट्रीब्यूट किया, सबने बैटिंग में, बॉलिंग में कैचेस अच्छे पकड़े. तो मेरे ख्याल से सब ठीक था. बस वही कि थोड़ा थोड़ा वो चेंजेस होता रहता है, तो इतना कुछ ज़्यादा सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं उस चीज़ों में. T20 फॉर्मेट वैसा ही है. फास्ट बॉलर को फुल टॉस में विकेट मिल जाती है, स्पिनर्स को छोटे बॉल पे मेडल नहीं होता, विकेट मिल जाए, ऐसे ऐसे होता रहता है. तो एज ए बॉलिंग यूनिट सबने अच्छा बॉल डाला, और जब जब हमें विकेट चाहिए था तभी फास्ट बॉलरों ने विकेट दिया. हार्दिक ने ब्रेक थ्रूज दिए, भुवी ने लास्ट में 1 ओवर में 2 आउट किए. तो मेरे ख्याल से सभी ने कलेक्टिवली अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया. कॉन्फिडेंट मिलता है कि आपने अंडर प्रेशर में परफॉर्म किया है, तो आगे आने वाले मैचों में आप और ज़्यादा अच्छा करते हो.
The success for India against Hong Kong was expected, but the good news was seeing Virat Kohli find some kind of form, and he stayed at the wicket for long enough to get a 50, which must have been really sweet and satisfying. The 2 wins over Pakistan and Hong Kong ensured that India moved into the Super 4 stage. And now Rohit and the rest of the Indian team will be looking forward to making a run for the Asia Cup itself, and the win there would be a great boost for India ahead of the World Cup in Australia. If India booked their berth from one group, Afghanistan also booked their berth from the other group. They are reaping benefits of a change in batting strategy in the shortest format, as they now feel they have a necessity to have an anchor at the top 3 in T20s. Afghanistan won the opening match by 8 wickets against Sri Lanka on the back of a blazing opening partnership. Then, when they played a different kind of a wicket in Sharjah, they came up with a clinical batting display to beat Bangladesh by 7 wickets. The win not only took them to Super 4 in the ongoing Asia Cup, but also proved that they are now getting more comfortable in chasing down totals. Afghanistan has so far played 101 matches and won 68 games, of which 42 of those have come when they batted first, as they relied on their bowling attack to get the final job done. They have a solid opening pair in Hazratullah Zazai and Rahmanullah Gurbaz, and in the middle order they have batsman Najibullah Zadran. Apart from Najibullah, Ibrahim Zardan also stood tall, coming in at number 3 with an unbeaten 41 ball 42 against Bangladesh. Ibrahim seems a player suited for test matches, but was exceptional in T20 against Bangladesh. Sri Lanka, after losing to Afghanistan, had a must-win game against Bangladesh. It came down to the wire, with skipper Dhasun Shanaka leading the team very well. He dropped himself down the order, and Kusal Mendes made good the chances he got and scored 60. Shanaka, coming at number 6, also scored 45. Towards the end, despite the needless run-out of Chamika Karunarutne, Lanka won in the 20th over as Asita Fernando hit 2 crucial boundaries to take his team over the line. The 4th team to qualify for the Super 4 will now be decided when Pakistan takes on Hong Kong. While Pakistan are the favourites to win, Hong Kong cannot be taken lightly. And now for women's cricket. The Board of Control for Cricket in India has announced the Indian women's national cricket team for the upcoming Tour of England. The Indian Tour of England 2022 consists of 3 matches in the one-day series and 3 matches in the T20 International Series. The T20 International Games will be played on September 10, 13 and 15, while the ODI games will be played on September 18, 21 and 24. All 6 games of the series between India and England are scheduled to be held on different venues. The T20 International Games will be played at Riverside in Durham, the Incora County Ground in Derby and Bristol County Ground in Bristol. The ODI will be played at the Central County Ground in Hove, Canterbury and Lords in London. The Indian women's squad will be led by Harmanpreet Kaur, with Smriti Mandhana serving as her deputy. Richa Ghosh has made a comeback to the T20 international side, and the 27-year-old KP Navgire has got her maiden T20 international call-up. Veteran pacer Jhulan Goswami has been included in the ODI squad for the series against England, and the 21-year-old Jeremiah Rodriguez, who recently got ruled out of the 100 competition due to injury, has been included in both the squads. India's T20 international squad is as follows: Harmanpreet Kaur captain, Smriti Mandhana vice captain, Shafali Verma, Deepti Sharma, Pooja Vastrakar, Jemima Rodriguez, Sneh Rana, Renuka Thakur, Meghna Singh, Radha Yadav, Sabineni Meghna, Tania Sapna Bhatia, Rajeshwari Gaikwad, Dayalan Himlata, Simran Dil Bahadur, Richa Ghosh and KP Navgire. The ODI squad is as follows: Harmanpreet Kaur captain, Smriti Mandhana vice captain, Shafali Verma, Sabineni Meghna, Deepti Sharma, Tania Sapna Bhatia, Yastika Bhatia, Pooja Vastrakar, Sneh Rana, Renuka Thakur, Meghna Singh, Rajeshwari Gaikwad, Harleen Diol, Dayalan Hemlata, Simran Dil Bahadur, Jhulan Goswami and Jemima Rodriguez. Meanwhile, in a major development, Jhulan Goswami announced that she is set to retire after the third and final ODI against England at Lord's. The Indian captain Harmanpreet on India's chances and Jhulan's retirement.
When I debut, she was the captain, and I think it's a great opportunity for me, when she's going to play her last ODI and I'll be leading that ODI. I think we will try to create some great moments for her, so when she's going back, she can get some good memories and she can remember that match. The last Commonwealth we did really well. I think still there are a lot of scope where we can improve, and we had some small campaign. NC, a few girls were there. They were working on fielding and skills, and I think then now we are going to England, and there also we can show some great efforts on the field that will give us more confidence, because when you play big tournaments like World Cup or maybe Commonwealth, these parts play a major role. Skill is something which is always remain with you, but if you work on your fitness and fielding, that will always help your team to perform well. And I think we are working really hard on them, and I'm really happy we are getting now results also.
We now move on to India's one-day series with Zimbabwe. India outplayed Zimbabwe 3-0 in the one-day series and maintained their domination. It began in the first match itself as Deepak Chahar made an impressive return after 6 months, followed by a century stand between the in-form openers Shikhar Dhawan and Shubham Gill as they sent Zimbabwe to their 13th straight ODI loss to India. Here is Akshay Patel speaking on his own performance and that of the team overall in Zimbabwe.
अच्छा टोटल बनाया हुआ था, और उसके बाद जब वो सेकंड बैटिंग कर रही थी तो वो लोग भी अच्छे रन रेट से हमें खेल रहे थे, और जब लगा था 2-3 विकेट बीच में गिरी तो हमें लगा कि हाँ हमने मैच में पकड़ बना ली है। लेकिन जो लास्ट 10 ओवर में जिस तरह से सिकंदर रजा बैटिंग कर रहा था तो लग रहा था कि नहीं ये मैच लेके जा सकता है, बट हम अपने प्लान को बैक कर रहे थे जो हमने प्लानिंग किया था कि नहीं हम लास्ट तक रिलैक्स नहीं होंगे, विकेट गिरेंगे या नहीं गिरेंगे, हम लास्ट तक अपना जो एफर्ट है लास्ट बॉल तक वो रखेंगे। तो इसकी वजह से मुझे लग रहा है कि काफ़ी फ़ायदा हुआ, और जो बॉलर बैट्समैन को बॉल डाल रहे थे वो अपने प्लान पे एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे थे। वो देखने से अच्छा लगा कि जैसे आवेश खान था यॉर्कर्स डाल रहे थे, शार्दुल ठाकुर जो स्लोअर और वाइड यॉर्कर जो मिक्सअप कर रहे थे, तो ये पॉजिटिव मुझे लगा कि अच्छा है कि हम एग्जीक्यूट अच्छा प्लान कर रहे थे, तो काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग मैच हुआ।
We now have a wrestling report by Harshita Biswas.
The great job has been done by the Golden Girl Antim, 53 kg. Women wrestler created history by winning first gold medal in Junior World Wrestling Championship. In qualification round, Antim defeated German wrestler by 11-0. In quarterfinal, Antim defeated Japanese by fall. In semi-final and final, she easily defeated Ukraine, and in final Kazakh wrestler. She has become the first woman who won gold medal in Junior World Championship. The two other wrestlers lost in final and secured silver medal, and two other wrestlers won bronze medal bouts. The Indian junior women wrestling team clinched the runner-up trophy with 160 points, and Japan stood first position with 230 points, and USA was third with 124 points. Medal winners from India are 53 kg Antim gold, 62 kg Sonam silver, 65 kg Priyanka silver, 57 kg Sito bronze, 72 kg Ritika bronze. In Greco-Roman style, all 5 wrestlers disappointed. Mohammad Shahid Azmi spoke to Antim on her golden win.
जब आप फाइनल में उतर रही थी, कोच ने क्या कुछ आपको बताया?
मेरे सर ने बोला था अगर तू ये फर्स्ट आएगी तो इतिहास रचेगी, देख कुश्ती समझ कर लड़ना, बिल्कुल अच्छे से लड़ना, से तकड़ी नहीं है वो, तूने तेरी बहुत अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस हुई है। जाने से पहले मुझे लग रहा था कि बे टफ मुकाबला हुआ, लेकिन इतना ज्यादा टफ मुकाबला नहीं हुआ मेरा।
After wrestling, we move on to chess. India came back with mixed emotions in the Crypto Cup Rapid Chess, where Magnus Carlsen took the title, but India's young prodigy Pragyananda inflicted an unprecedented hat-trick of defeats on the champion to finish runner-up in Miami, US. Carlsen tallied 16 points, one more than the Indian and Ali Reza Firoza. Due to Pragyananda's first-round victory over Firoza, the Indian was adjudged as the runner-up. This was Pragyananda's third victory over Carlsen in rapid games this year. His earlier victories over Carlsen on the tour came in the Air Things Masters online rapid event in February and the Chessable Masters in May. Pragyananda had his moments in the first drawn game before Carlsen let the youngster off the hook in the second. Carlsen said Pragyananda defended and played extremely well. He admitted that the youngster did not make it easy for him. Carlsen took the third game in a dominating position and won the crucial game to raise his tally out of the reach of the contender Pragyananda. Carlsen called the game as a very nervy one for both of them. Needing only a draw in the fourth to close the contest, Carlsen gained a good position but led Pragyananda in the game by overlooking certain counterplay. Carlsen ultimately lost that game and the scores became 2-2. With the scores 2-2, it was time for blitz. In the first blitz game, Pragyananda gave nothing away and punished Carlsen for a blunder on the 33rd move and tightened the noose in 63. Needing a win to force the Armageddon, Carlsen came close to victory but once again blundered on the 50th move and resigned 2 moves later in a lost position to suffer a rare hat-trick of defeats. Carlsen said he didn't get enough sleep and was not in a good shape, but was happy and relieved to have won the tournament. He admitted it was embarrassing to lose 3 last games, but overall he was happy that he'd won the title. In the other matches, Ali Reza defeated Levin Aronian 2.5 to 1.5. Krzysztof Duda of Poland beat Anish Giri of the Netherlands 2.5 to 1.5, and Le Lim Kwong of Vietnam ended the misery of the last man Hans Niemann 2.5 to 1.5. So, in the final standings, Magnus Carlsen was first, Pragyananda was second, Ali Reza third, and Lee Kwong fourth. In the Meltwaters Champions Tour standings, Magnus Carlsen continues to lead with Krzysztof Duda in the second place and Pragyananda is in the third place. The World Badminton Championships have always been a great source of inspiration for Indian sports fans and athletes. We won a medal in the men's doubles. Here is a report by Vijay Anand, which has been voiced by Sakshi Mandwal.
Satvik Reddy and Chirag Shetty earned their first medal in World Championship. The Thomas Cup winning pair pipped second seed Japanese duo in the quarterfinal. The combo won the ten's first game by 22-20 in the semis. Malaysian pair of Aaron Chia and So Woo Yik levelled. In the decider, the 6th seed won the 6th straight match in their head-to-head encounters. In the men's singles section, 4 Indian shuttlers were in the fray. HS Pranoy pulled off a surprise. He broke the Japanese hearts after giving second seed Kento Momota 21-17, 21-16 defeat at Tokyo. 2 times champion Japanese had no answers to a bunch of cross-court smashes and improved backhands of the Indian. Meanwhile, 2021 bronze medalist Lakshya easily won the first 2 rounds. Later, Almora athlete Lakshya Sen and HS Pranoy met in an all-Indian classic in the third. HS Pranoy displayed flashes of his previous brilliance. He got the better of Teen Lakshya in hard-fought 3 games. Surprisingly, he lost to unheard 26-year-old southpaw Chinese Jun Peng Zhao in the quarterfinal. HS Pranoy started with a tense 21-19 win. The Indian, however, was nowhere near in the second game. Mustering courage, the Kerala player tried to forge the win, but it ended with a 21-18 in favour of the 6 feet 1 inch tall Chinese. Kidambi Srikanth moved to the second round. The 2021 silver medalist surrendered meekly to the Chinese opponent in round 2. B. Sai Praneeth exited in the first round itself. India's biggest medal hope was 2 times Olympic medalist PV Sindhu. She pulled out of the tournament with an injury. That left only 2 women for any medal. In her maiden appearance, Nagpur dentist's daughter Malvika Bansood crashed out in her first attempt. Sana Nehwal could not participate in Helva 2021 due to knee and groin issues. In the twilight of her career, 2 times medalist Saina got a walkover in round 2 over Japanese Nozomi Okuhara. In the third round, 32-year-old Saina faltered to Thai team Busanan in 3 games. In doubles, another Indian men pair hit the headlines. Dhruv Kapila and MR Arjun missed a medal by a whisker. Unseeded Indian duo defeated 8-seed Danish pair in the second round. In quarterfinals, they surrendered to third-seed thrice gold medalist Indonesian Muhammad Ehsan and Hendra Gamiawan. Manu Attri and B.S. Reddy could not pass any tests. In women's doubles, 4 pairs tried their luck. That is Ashwani Ponnappa, Sikki Reddy, Pooja Dandu, Sanjana Santosh, Trisha Jolly and Gayatri Gopichand and Ashwani Bhatt and Shikhar Gautam could get only 1 win for their credit. Rising stars Tanisha Cresto and Ishan Bhatnagar lost in the second round to the Thai pair. VG Prasad, Juhi Devangan exited also in the first round itself.
And now for some football action in India. The Subrato Cup is set to return after 2 years and the Durand Cup has also begun. The Subrato Cup International Football Tournament is set to return after a hiatus of 2 years and we play in Delhi from September 6 to October 13. The prestigious International Inter-School Football Tournament is held annually in New Delhi. A prize pool of over Rs 23 lakhs has been set aside across the 3 categories for the winners and the runners-up. The tournament will be held in 3 sections. The sub-junior boys for under 14 and then the junior girls for under 17 and the junior boys for under 17. Meanwhile, in the Durand Cup action, the Durand Cup tournament got underway with 4 groups with 2 teams each. 2 teams will qualify from each group for the knockout stage. We spoke to India's football legend Bhaichung Bhutia.
See, I think Subrato Cup अभी 61 years हो गया है and I think it's contributed so much to Indian football grassroots में और मैं एक सुब्रोतो खेल के ही निकला हुआ हूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि आगे भी बहुत कंट्रीब्यूट किया अच्छे प्लेयर्स को एक प्लेटफॉर्म दिया है और आने वाले दिन में भी करेंगे.
Mohammedan Sporting and Bengaluru have qualified from Group A. Mumbai FC and Mohun Bagan have made the grade from Group B, while Hyderabad have ensured their berth from Group C and 1 more berth is awaited. In Group D, Orissa and Kerala Blasters have also entered the knockout stage. ATK Mohun Bagan stayed in contention for the Durand Cup and to enter the knockout stage with a regulation 2-0 win, which was their second of the campaign. They beat Indian Navy football team in Group B at the Kishore Bharati Krira Rangan. Lenny Rodriguez opened the scoring for the Green and Maroons, while Kian Nasiri got the second goal of the game, which was otherwise played at a very slow pace. We now have a report on para badminton in Thailand by Harshita Biswas.
Indian para team won 17 medals, including 4 gold, 5 silver and 8 bronze in Thailand Para Badminton International, which held from 15 to 21 August 2022. Gold medalist from various categories. In SL3, Mandeep Kaur. SH6, Nithya Sare. SU5, Manisha Ramdas. SL3 and SL4, Pramod Bhagat and Sukant Kadam. Silver medalists are in SL3, Pramod Bhagat, SL4, Sukant Kadam, SL3, Mansi Joshi, SL3 and SU5, Mansi Joshi and Santhya V. SL3 and SU5, Mansi Joshi and Ruthik Raghupati. The bronze medalists are in SL3, Manoj Sarkar, Nitesh Kumar and Parul Parmar. SL3 and SL4, Nehal Gupta and Nitesh Kumar, Arwaz Ansari and Deep Ranjan Bisoi. SL3 and SU5, Mandeep Kaur and Manisha Ramdas, Pramod Bhagat and Manisha Ramdas, and Rajkumar and Parul Parmar. Mohammad Shahid Azmi also spoke with Para Gold medalist Mandeep Kaur.
क्या कहेंगी अपनी इस उपलब्धि के बारे में? कैसे मैच थे, कैसा मुकाबला था?
जी, अभी मैं जो ये थाईलैंड का मेरा टूर्नामेंट था, काफी सारे प्लेयर्स आए थे मेरे कैटेगरी के और काफी अच्छा टूर्नामेंट रहा मेरा ये और अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिला इस टूर्नामेंट से हमको। मेरे ग्रुप में 4 लोग थे और मेरा जो फर्स्ट मैच था मानसी दीदी के साथ था और मैं मानसी दीदी के साथ अपना फर्स्ट ग्रुप मैच में हार गई थी। सेकंड मैच मेरा थाईलैंड से ही था और सेकंड मैच में अपना जीत गई थी और थर्ड मैच मेरा फ्रांस से था।
We now move on to tennis, where the ATP Cincinnati Masters was won by Croatia's Borna Coric. The world number 152 Coric was stretched till the start of the tiebreaker in the first set, and after that he outplayed the Greek star Stefanos Tsitsipas 7-6, 7-0 on the tiebreaker and 6-2 to become the lowest ranked player to ever lift a Masters trophy at Cincinnati. Coric, who returned to action only in March after missing a year due to a shoulder injury, dominated Tsitsipas. Coric had lost his only previous final at this level, going down to Novak Djokovic in Shanghai 4 years ago. Coric replaced the 143rd ranked Spaniard Roberto Carretero, the 1996 Hamburg champion, as the lowest rated Masters trophy winner. He played 5 matches and said that he would now rest to recover and be ready for the US Open. Coric came back from an early deficit, trailing Tsitsipas 1-4 before turning the corner and sweeping the tiebreaker at love. The momentum shifted further in the second set for the Croatian player, who was supported by the fans wearing his national colours. Coric needed to be aggressive, so he changed his plan and it worked. He fired 7 aces and saved 3 of the 4 break points in a 2-hour victory. His head-to-head score against Tsitsipas also improved to 2-1. Tsitsipas praised Coric's title run at Cincinnati, which included victories over Rafael Nadal, Britain's Cameron Norrie and Canada's Felix Auger-Aliassime. Tsitsipas said he is still seeking his first title on the outdoor hardcourt, having lost 6 finals on cement. Ominous clouds unleashed rain over the area shortly after the trophy ceremony was finished. There were some storm delays during the week at the Midwest event, the last major tune-up before the US Open. The Asian Under-17 Volleyball report by Vijay Anand is also voiced by Sakshi Mandwal.
The Asia Under-19 Boys Volleyball Championship 2022 was held in Tehran. Japan won its 3rd title in a row. Iran, the host, finished 2nd. India won their first medal in this event in 2003, and that was in the colour gold. They achieved the feat after defeating Asian powerhouse Iran in front of a raucous crowd at Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Visakhapatnam. We secured 2 bronzes in the next 3 editions. Since 2010, it has been a long dry spell for any medal. This year, in the opening game on Independence Day, the team lost to 3-time champion Japan with their heads held high. Dhruvil and Kush Singh played their hearts out. A game of fine margins lasted 5 sets, where only 3 points in total separated them. The thrilling, fierce contest lasted for 7 minutes short of the 2-hour mark. The next day, Thailand was the opposing team. In 4 pulsating close sets, India emerged victorious by 25-21, 24-26, 27-25 and 25-23. Aryan was the best player in Federation Hall with 21 points. Captain Karthik constructed many points from its outside hitter location. The boys in blue took on the runners-up from the previous tournament, the South Koreans, on the 18th. 25-23, 25-20, 25-21 was the result of a facile win. With this result, the team confirmed their second place in Pool B. The 24 unforced errors of the Koreans helped motivate members. The quarterfinal was yet another easy match. The boys got the better of Chinese Taipei. India wrapped up the first two sets easily by 25-19 and 25-14. Taipei took third place by a score of 27-25, but we finished the task with a score of 25-23 to advance in the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, India faced seven-time champion Iran. On expected lines, Iran proved too hot to handle for us. The trio of Aryan, Rahul and Shikhar rose to the occasion, but the team never looked quite settled. The strong field of Iran closed this one-sided game with a scoreline of 25-15, 25-19 and 25-18. It lasted only 4 minutes, more than an hour. In the bronze medal playoff, the resurgent regiment fought tooth and nail. In tense five-setters, the boys ensured a medal. They were 2-0 up and looking good for a podium finish. The Koreans fired back and levelled. In the end, the team maintained composure. They passed the test and ended the campaign with the win of 25-20, 25-21, 26-28, 19-25 and 15-12 win. Kush Singh was adjudged the best middle blocker of the tournament. The award for the best opposite spiker went to Aryan Balyan. Dhruval Patil, Shekhar Durand, Aditya Rana, Ashish Swain, Lavi Kumar, Atul Singh, Abhishek Kabilan and the libero Yaman Khatik contributed to the Indian performance in winning the bronze medal. Coach Bir Singh Yadav guided the Colts well. The Indian under-18 team also ensured a place in the FIVB World Under-19 Men's Volleyball Championship. Let the buds not get nipped.
And last but not the least, we have the Sports Roundup by Sakshi Mandwal.
Olympic Games javelin throw gold medalist Nira Chopra gifted his javelin from Tokyo 2020 to the Olympic Museum in Lausanne. India's first individual Olympic gold medalist, shooter Abhinav Bindra, was also present. Nira Chopra's javelin joined Bindra's rifle from Beijing 2008 in the Olympic Heritage Collection in the museum, a rich patrimonial collection that is aimed at securing the Olympic legacy and inspiring future generations. Neeraj said, "It is a privilege to join the hallowed galleries of the Olympic Museum, where the most iconic moments from Olympic history are showcased. The national record holder is the first Indian track and field athlete to win gold at the Olympic Games and only the second individual to do so after Bindra's win in the men's 10-meter air rifle event at Beijing 2008. Abhinav Bindra, a member of the IOC Athletes Commission, said Nira Chopra's exploits in Tokyo inspired millions and he was delighted that the javelin would now join his rifle in the Olympic Museum. India's two individual gold medalists visited the Olympic Museum and held a live social media interaction with fans from around the world. After pulling out of the Commonwealth Games due to injury, Nira Chopra made his comeback to action at the Diamond League meeting in Lausanne a day earlier, winning with his first throw of 89.08 meters. With that, he sealed his spot in the Diamond League final to be held in Zurich on September 7th and 8th. Here is what Neeraj had to say.
मुझे लगता है कि भाई आने वाले टाइम में क्योंकि यहाँ पे काफ़ी इंडियंस भी रहते हैं और बाकी कंट्री के भी, तो यहाँ पे हमेशा आते हैं देखने, तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि कोई भी यहाँ पे देखे और अपने खासकर अपने देश से यहाँ पे आए लोग तो वो देख के इंस्पायर हों और मैं आशा करता हूँ कि आने वाले टाइम में हमारी और ज़्यादा चीज़ें यहाँ पे रखी हमको मिलेंगे और ज़्यादा इक्विपमेंट, तो यही मैं आशा करता हूँ.
Defending champion Daniil Medvedev defeated Stefan Kozlov in the first round for men in US Open. The Russian won 6-2, 6-4, 6-0. In a major upset qualifier, Daniel Elahi Galan of Colombia handed Greek Stefanos Tsitsipas defeat in 4 sets. Indian under-20 volleyball team lost to Iran in the final of the AVC Under-20 Championship. With this silver medal performance, Team India earned qualification for the 2023 FIVB Under-21 World Cup. The score of 21-12, 25-19, 22-25 and 25-15 ensured a record 7th title for Iran. The tournament was held at Rifa in Bahrain. Assam's Amlan Borgohain set up a new national record in the men's 100 meters dash. He clocked 10.25 seconds at the Inter-Railway Athletics Championships in Raebareli, Uttar Pradesh.
And finally, this is V. Krishnaswamy signing off with producer Praveen Chand and our colleagues Harshita Biswas, Vijay Anand, Sakshi Mandwal,